Hello and welcome to the show in which we rate everything
All of the things, not
with the
just some of
lowest
the things.
production values on YouTube, which is saying a lot.
Oh, I don't know. You've got I mean, your camera's pretty pricey.
Yeah, but it's also a dead relic of a bygone age.
Some of it works.
It's an undead camera.
I mean, most of it, the soul of the camera is very much at the bottom of a lock somewhere.
Yeah, after going over a waterfall, along with my map and my walking pole.
I think I've got a map. Might not be your map, but I think it's a map of up there. If you
You
want it.
gave me your map, but
Oh,
mine
did I?
laminated will survive forever map is somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Maybe it's like a little raft, and it's now home to a colony of ducks or something. It'll be nice. Really
Lovely
nice.
story. We'll take a look next year.
What? See if we can see a little floating colony of ducks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, hopefully not a duck choked to death on a map.
It'd have to peck its way through first. And ducks, they've got kind of roundy bills, right?
They're not very pecky. They've got little teeth there, haven't they? I think.
Lots of teeth.
Is it teeth?
No, you're thinking of Count Duckula.
No, they were fake. Count Dracula had fake teeth. I'm sure they got a little rusty something or others. Hold on.
I'll get it. Oh, wait, I still say that every time I go to get the front door.
I'll get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get it. Right.
Teeth. So it's not teeth.
Right.
It's hard, semi-flexible structures called lamellae around the outer edges of their beaks.
Sounds French.
They're kind of like filters if it's filter feeding. Interesting.
Okay.
And they use it for grooming. Okay, so it's not chompy at all, but it's like they've got little combs.
Oh, little ticker. I probably think that's more.
It's like baleen, which whales have, so therefore ducks.
It's like what, sorry?
Baleen? Baleen? I don't know how to say it.
I don't know what that is.
It's the big stuff in the whale's mouth.
Oh, is that the stuff that lets them filter the krill?
Yeah. I'm not too sure on my pronunciation. Baleen. Hold on. Baleen. Fine.
Baleen or baleen? Baleen.
It's getting weirder every time I say it. Should we open a beer?
It sounds like something you say when you say cheers. Instead of saying cheers, but in a foreign language like sláinte. Baleen!
In whale song. Baleen.
Yeah, and on that note, we should open a bit.
So we need to position it. We've rated two things so far. One was arcade made, the first beer in the calendar,
which was excellent. Yeah.
According to this system, that is currently the best thing in existence.
Yeah, in the whole of existence.
I tested two things. But by that token, Lost Lager Blood Orange Edition is the worst thing in existence.
In the whole of existence.
Yeah. Because we haven't still testing, but it could stay there because Lost Lager sucks.
Yeah, really bad. The Crusades, pretty bad.
Not up for review. We can't pre-review.
No, but I'm just saying, currently, Lost Lager Blood Orange is worse than the Crusades.
It's a bit weird that you picked the Crusades like they were bad, but lots of worse stuff has happened.
I was trying to go with something that wasn't so contentious. Like a lot of really bad stuff's happened quite recently in geological terms, right? But the Crusades, I think, is far enough away that no one's going to get pissy if you call it.
I think people are going to get pissy over geological terms if anybody watches this video, because they'll be like, in geological area, we're talking millions of years.
That's true. It's very long term. Yeah. Yeah. So we have to find out whether beer number 3 behind the third door is I mean, it will definitely be better than Lost Lager.
I'm going to try and open it a different way.
Okay. Let me do. Sorry, beer cam.
Number 3.
Right. Okay. Number 3. I can't find number 3, Carl.
Oh,
where is it? Oh, there it is.
It's behind the door with 3 written on it.
Right. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. This is good. I like this stuff.
I like it already.
Have you tried this one yet?
I mean, no, I totally would have done if I'd seen I buy beers based on what's on the can.
It's a good looking can.
And I like this can.
I've got I think I've got about 12 of these in the garage.
Today's beer is Surely.
I'm tiny again, sorry, hang on.
This one on the top from the good ship brewed. No focus.
There you go. You have to get it in focus because my lazy ass has just started using your shot of the can as the thumbnails.
It's a team effort.
Right.
And this is an amber ale.
An amber ale. Oh, I should look it up. I should find our words. Find out our words are. Have a guess. What do we think our words are for?
And when we get better at this, we can put those on like a window or something.
Sure.
But not better. I could do it. I've got the technical skills to do it, but I don't have the time.
Surely.
A middle-aged parent.
That's true. I am not a middle-aged parent, although I am middle-aged. But
Got an active social life and a very large child living with you, apart from yourself.
I don't know if I'd say active social life. I spend a lot of time just sat in the cinema playing computer games.
I was trying to help you out.
I'm pretty lazy.
My beer yet?
I'm very tired. Right, hang on. So, tell me the words. Tell me the bloody words.
Probably it's an amber ale, so I'm going to call.
You won't get this. I mean, it takes some of the pressure off, right? But you won't get this.
Sea.
Nope.
Nautical.
No. Well, it's nautical related.
Beach.
No.
Maritime.
This could go on for a while.
Ships.
Nearly.
Vessel.
It is a vessel. Would say.
Boat.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, boat.
Boat is the third word.
Oh, okay, right. First word.
First word.
Animal, vegetable, mineral.
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 Yeah.
Is it a liquid?
No.
Oh, yeah, let's open it while we play this game.
I've already opened it.
Is it a solid?
Yes.
Is it something I'd find in the sea?
Not floating.
Is it? Wait, this was a solid, right? Is it a rock or something? Was it a solid? Rock.
First word rock. Last name. You know what would be great? We can put up what this is so they can see what it is while you're trying to guess it. We'll put
Is it like rock your boat, rock the boat or something?
Rock the boat. There you go.
We got there quite quick.
We did. Don't rock the boat, baby. All right. Words. Okay. You've tried real ale and you might think you know what real ale tastes like. Yeah. But don't be so sure. It's spelled S-H-O-R-E. Don't hang up on me again. This is real exciting real ale. Columbus, Mosaic, and Citra come together to give a light fruitiness and a balanced bitter. Finish all brought together with a light toasted biscuit and caramel aroma. Real ale, like your granddad's never tasted. This is pumped up proper ale. Yeah.
I like it. It's nice.
It's a proper beer.
I like the word amber, so I would take this over the arcade maid.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. See, I like a hazy beer.
I do, but I like hops, but sometimes the substitute for creativity with IPA is just add more hops.
And IPAs have kind of become a bit passé, haven't they? Really, there's a lot of IPAs out there. Like a lot. So if I walked into an old man's pub, not the stabby pool cue pub that we were talking about yesterday, but like a proper old man's pub full of old men playing cribbage, and I went, pint of beer, please, and they gave me this, I'd think, yep, that tracks.
I would. And a pint glass.
With a handle and the spotty bits.
You love the handle with the spotty bits, and so do I.
That's the best kind of pint glass. It's called a pint pot, I think, isn't it?
I don't know. It's a pint glass, and the most recent ones that you might think are a pint glass are just mass produced.
They're so boring. They go up at the sides.
Because when you've got a lazy pourer who makes a mess, then you're holding a wet glass.
Yeah. Whereas if someone cocks up your pour on a pint pot,
to get it on the handle, they have to really try.
Yeah, it has to be. They have to have somehow not understood the concept of the handle and
hold it by the body And give it a little finish just on the
and give
hand.
it a little finish and just like let it run down the handle. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Big fan of pint pots. But then we really like tankards as well.
Everyone likes tankard.
There's something about drinking anything out of metal that's just satisfying.
That's why I've got on my Yeti mugs, so I can drink out of steel and things stay hot or cold.
But yeah, what we really like, I mean, if we're giving free plugs to companies, right? What we really like is Yeti. We're Yeti's bitches.
A lot of Yeti.
Yeah. But it wasn't until quite recently when it took me a while of owning Yeti to then twig that if I put beer in it, it would keep the beer cold, no matter how much you held it. Like an hour later, after pouring your lovely cold fridge beer, it was still cold. It was a revelation. That was.
It keeps everything at a temperature with what you put it in.
How does it know?
I don't know. Do we enter some sort of weird conversation about information in the physics sense of the term?
Well, maybe.
Is the temperature of something information? I mean, it is.
Yeah. Well, you could use a temperature sensor to set up a thing that makes something else happen. So it's usable information.
And it's reducing entropy loss because entropy will make everything the same temperature eventually.
True.
Possibly. I mean,
yeah,
I haven't done entropy in like 20 plus years, but
that sounds plausible. Yeah.
Yeti is prevents entropy. So if I get in a big enough Yeti container, will I not age?
You have to be a fluid.
I am already 70% fluid, right?
Yeah, but there's a shape going on there. I mean, otherwise it would be very difficult to do this because you'd just be pointing the camera at like a bath.
So if we blend me, I won't age.
That is true. If we blend you in a big enough blender, you will forever be the age at which we blended you. Yeah. And then if we blended you with someone else who we'd also blended, then that would be a blend in the whiskey term, and then you would be a big soppy mess.
Please don't blend me.
No, I haven't got a big enough blender. And even if I did have a big enough blender, which would be weird because it'd have to go in like the garden, and people would come around and they'd go, "Why have you got a giant blender in your garden?" And I'd go, "Well, I don't prove a point, but I certainly won't use it on Carl."
And you got a little chainsaw thing, didn't you? Did you buy a little chainsaw thing? I thought you did.
Oh, for the multi battery SETI Uzi thing.
Yeah.
No, I wanted the chainsaw, but I don't have any practical reason to own a chainsaw.
Well, now getting a body into a blender.
Oh, you're saying if I've got a normal size blender?
One that can deal with bone.
That's a lot of chopping. I mean, even if you took someone's leg, your average leg, right, and you've cut off a foot, say you've cut off the foot, I don't think your average person's foot would fit into your average household blender.
We got one that like a smoothie. I'm holding my hands up.
You are. You know how big a foot is, right? It's roughly a foot in length.
In length? Yeah, those will probably. I think you might have to hold the lid on and be squeezing down the start. But once it's past the toes,
then it'd be. How much fluid do you reckon one average foot churns down into?
the volume of the foot.
Yeah.
What?
Because it's probably, given that we're mostly water, right? It would probably be, give or take, the amount of fluid that you would expect to see in a foot that was just, you're looking at a foot and it's made of water, right?
But it will just be a different shape. I don't think the volume will reduce, but the shape.
No,
will.
I think the volume of the foot that will be how much water you get.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be the tricky part. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Foot's easy. I mean, if you've got a big enough, you got a decent size, a big normally available kitchen blender, you can probably do a foot, right?
Head is going to be the problem.
There, and that's what I'm thinking.
And psychologically too, because like looking at Pal's
No,
face.
just turn it around. Look at the back of someone's head. That's why most assassins shoot people in the back of someone's head, because
Really?
well, also then they don't see you coming.
I think you learned everything you know about assassins from Hitman
Yeah, and Assassin's Creed.
and Assassin's Creed. They're always looking at you in Assassin's Creed and you're like, stabby wrist blade.
Yeah, people are stupid in Assassin's Creed.
Not the guards as well.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I'm
Yeah,
clearly
no,
dressed
if you,
like an assassin, but I was hiding in a hay bale for 5 minutes, so I'm free and clear. And there will be there's absolutely no follow-ups or further investigations to this crime. We're murderer. We tried for 10 minutes. Unsolved cold case done.
we'll have to ask our legal expert Mark on this.
I don't think you can say more than that.
No, our friend Mark,
I think you can say more than what you've said already.
who
No.
did law at university. Not well, but he did do law at university.
Would explain a lot.
And he's our nearest connection we have to law, right? And I think we should ask him whether, if you've done murders and then you go and find a hay bale to hide in, which is going to be tricky in this day and age, unless you live in the countryside. If you then step out of that 5 minutes later, are you basically in the free and clear?
Two questions, like, yeah, does the law stop looking for you after say 5 to 10 minutes and just give up?
Are you talking about the concept of the law, not a couple of policemen?
The law, the whole law structure. Because no one ever Assassin's Creed ever came up and arrested me later.
No.
Got to get away from the immediate crime.
You thought you got away with that crime 40 hours ago in a different city.
it should be the end of every Assassin's Creed is like you just getting arrested with a massive list of murders.
And the credits roll over like a courtroom scene.
Yeah.
Where you're getting sent down.
I had courts back then and legal systems.
I did.
The second question, if I just arrange for there to be a wagon with hay bales in it, will they notice? Like, can I hide in that? That'd be a bigger question.
Depends how many times you use that as your method of escape, because eventually you would be known as the hay bale killer, right? Because people would know if they're about to be murdered by you.
Oh, he's a hay bale there.
Because there'll be a bloke with a hay bale.
Also, hay bales are really solid. If anybody here has tried to jump in or climb on a hay bale, like you don't rustle and get into it.
No.
So there's a good chance there'd be a murderer, maybe one of us, who jumps onto a hay bale and is wriggling when the cops turn up. And
those big round things that used to be in the fields out the back, which are they hay bales?
They are.
If you ran at one of those, you just bounce off.
Oh, well, they're straw bales.
Same concept?
I think so. Like hay's got nutritional value and straw doesn't.
But they were solid. You could make walls out of them. In fact, I think people do make walls out of hay bales, right? And then coat them in shit and piss, and then you've got an old building.
Are you trying to talk about wattle and daub?
Yes, that is the thing that I'm talking about.
That sticks and stuff.
I'm sure you can make
straw roofs.
Yeah,
you still see them in the countryside, like cottages and things.
But the point is, wait, are you talking about thatch?
Thatch, yeah. Wait, is that not straw either? No.
Oh.
No, but the old cabins did have straw roofs, I think.
What you mean before Robin Hood days?
Yeah, long time ago. When you were doing wattle and daub, right? So you've already got that.
Oh, that's way before Robin Hood. That is.
Yeah. I had something else.
Did you just drink this lovely beer out of the can?
I forgot a glass again. I'm in a hurry.
You've got two of them now.
And they're both in a different room.
Yeah, but they're on the same floor that you're currently on.
I chose not to keep you waiting.
It's about... So your dishwasher, maybe 10 steps.
There's still a thought about thatched roofs and wattle and daub and straw.
Presumably thatch is straw. It's straw, right?
I thought so. I don't know.
Or hay?
No, I
Is
don't
hay
think so, 'cause
straw?
hay's no, I think hay is still more grassy and digestible and compostable because that's why horses want to eat it. Because you
Well,
give
horses eat
feed.
hay as well. Straw, I'm so confused.
I don't think they like straw. I think straw
I
is
don't
more
like
of a
straw.
product. No,
Is hay aged straw?
no, I think it's a different part of the plant.
Same plant though.
I believe so.
Huh.
I'm not a farmer, agriculturalist.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not a field.
No, I have some issues that got a bit fizzy and I drank a bit much.
Oh. It is quite lively, but it's not anywhere near as lively as yesterday, which was horribly fizzy.
So I've already placed this above Arcade Made. Where are you placing it in our big
I
list?
thought you placed it in the middle.
No, that's you.
No, I thought you thought that this was.
Hi.
Oh, so you're going in the current ranking system. You're going.
At the moment, this is the best thing in my reality.
Oh yeah. So
Thing.
you have put it above Arcade Made then.
Yeah, and I like the Arcade Made.
Interesting. I would lean towards putting this in the middle of the things we've done so far because I do love a wheaty beer. But we excuse me,
Right. This old man's bar where people are drinking it is a belchy bar. There are the burps happening.
there is a lot to be said for a fine, and you know how much of a fan of the fine belch I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. They if you can make windows vibrate through the power of your face wind, then that's like a superpower.
Well, generally, I think it's as long as you're not doing it in conversation directly into someone, it's fairly acceptable.
Well, like coming right up to someone.
Yeah, don't do that.
Down, like about half a foot away and just belching in their face.
That's nasty.
But if you do it in polite company while you're out at a meal,
People are going to laugh.
yeah, okay. If they're your friends, other people might judge you. Other people on other tables might judge you.
Not as much as if it's a different kind of gas efflux.
Yeah, I feel there is a discrepancy there. Like one of them's it's not socially acceptable, but one of them you can like oh, and then the other one is very funny, I think, but it's not as acceptable in polite society.
No, but it is potentially funnier.
That's hilarious. Hey,
We have the lowest drinker.
are you going to have some beer as well?
We're not rating this one, but when we do, he'll be very high.
Yeah. Well, it depends when we rate him. Actually, if we were to rate him now, come on, he's so cute. He's so cute.
He's so cute.
But what if, hypothetical, we carry on doing this for until we die, years from now, many years from now, and in the intervening time, I'm not saying you definitely will, mate, because you so cute. Up and murders someone and blends them, especially the head, in like a kitchen blender. Yeah, like that. Gets it in the blender.
Protecting his ears from your horrible things you're saying.
But then, surely he wouldn't. When we're rating him, we have to take that into account. Like he's lovely. He will always be lovely because he's lovely, lovely, lovely. But he did kill a man or woman.
Did not kill a man. This is some weird speculative future fiction.
I'm just saying.
I will take the present state of him into account when you finally get around to rating him.
Okay.
But now you're making me think we should rate him sooner rather than later, so he always stays on the pedestal.
So even if he then does some horrific murder spree,
Not gonna.
no, he won't because he's been raised right.
But like, no, but we can't rate him too early because then he'll just win, and it's like I'll always be the best.
Well, also then we have to. There are periods in his life when you don't want to rate him because he will. Best will in the world. Early to mid teenage. It's gonna be a hard time.
Are you going to be a good teenager?
It's an oxymoron. There's no such thing.
There is.
I was one, and we were rubbish. And every single one I've had the pleasure to be involved with since has been has been less of a person than they ended up becoming.
Just teenagers, yeah, well, they are misunderstood, right? No one really understands you when you're a teen.
True. Parents just don't understand.
Who are you talking to? You waving at yourself? Okay. Right. So if we're both rating it in different places, then it means are you staying?
But we have to come to an accord.
Well, as it stands, we could just have a draw where we have two best things.
No. You can't, if you're ranking things, everything is neat and tidy in its place.
Well, how can we possibly move on from this?
I will give you shore leave for an unspecified, leaning in my favour.
Before we do, let me explain why. It's nice. It's an amber. It's a very mainstream. It's like a proper beer. It's a beer.
It's a beer. It's an ale.
Nothing fancy about it. It's a well-made, well-delivered.
Yeah.
Very nice beer.
Tasty. You could drink that. How boozy is it? 4.3. It's not quite sessionable, but you could have a nice evening on it.
Yeah. Arcade made. Really quite hoppy. There's a bit of a hopsy gimmick going on.
Very boozy.
Arcade made, but I also like the shore leave can too. So if it was just on can art, then probably arcade made. But because this is busy being a good solid real beer instead of sort of a hoppy, slightly gimmicky beer, that's why I'm placing that. So
I think I can probably give you that. If we were just being like, hey Carl, let's have one beer. Which outside of this never happens. We never have one beer. Quite the opposite. But if we were in a situation where it was like, right, we're gonna have a beer, we're gonna have one beer, and in the fridge was shore leave and arcade made, I'd probably go for an arcade made because we're just having one. That means, it's boozy, but I'm not gonna get all messy because we're only having one, and I don't have to worry about having lots of the wheatiness, and it might get a bit overpowering. So I'd do that. But if you said to me, hey Sean, we're going to have a session on some beers, we're having an evening, and we can either have this lovely box of arcade made or this lovely box of shore leave for the evening of our drinking, I'd be like, yeah, of course, give me shore leave because it's a plodding along. It's a beer. You can.
I resent the term plodding, but I'll take it. This is something you would drink in pints from big handled pint glasses.
Plodding in a good way. Plodding like old men who frequent the hypothetical old men pub.
You're talking us down a bit, but yes. Now I need to go. So
you need to go and be a dad.
Current ranking then.
So current ranking is lowest of the low, pissiest of the piss. Bleh.
At the moment, the worst thing in existence is Lost Lager Blood Orange Edition.
Entire world, worse than the Crusades, probably.
Very specific.
Probably worse than most other things ever. Lost Lager, Blood Orange Lost Lager, and I bet there's going to be more Lost Lagers up in this.
If there's another Lost Lager, that's coming in even worse.
Yeah, even if it's
slightly tasty. In the middle, arcade made. But then very closely followed by shore leave. Led by shore leave.
Led by shore leave. Yeah. Now, where it's going to come
the best thing in the universe.
But if at the moment in the entire universe, the best thing ever. But because it's so close to arcade made, I wonder if anything will ever slot in between those two. Like when you park really close to another car and then you can't get paper between them.
Well, it might do because you might have a different version of arcade that changes.
Oh.
Anyway, I do need to go.
Yeah, you should probably go. I have to. What are you off to do?
Dinner with the kids.
Nice. I'm gonna go and have another mulled wine, I think. Your boys are great and I love them, but
what?
Sometimes it is quite nice to not have kids.
We can put the concept of parenthood in another episode.
That's true, and we will.
Bye.